Shalom, everybody.
Shalom, everybody. Give us a second to share. Just a second to share. There we go. Islam, everybody. This motherfucker stuck on 1%.
Oh, it's still charging. It don't matter. As long as it's plugged up, you good.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Yep. Islam, Kiki.
That's gonna be covering the feed. What son?
Hey, how y'all doing?
Y'all see the title we got up there, Republic, and y'all know where we at, foreign contiguous territory, according to them, next to Chicago. Y'all know where we at. I was going over some of this stuff earlier on the live. Y'all know my lives don't really get out. I just be giving people sneak peeks, basically. And this is something. Like, people been hearing me talk about alderman wars and enforcing on aldermen because they each get $1 million for wars and all this type of stuff. So this is something that the Black Caucus produced this year in Chicago. Chicago Black Caucus, 20 members out of 50 aldermen. They got the majority. And they got this criminal justice reform omnibus. Is what they did. I took a bunch of pictures of my phone, and we got this right here. So give me a second. And this is why we titled it The Live Republic, because it seems that these people don't want no more smoke in the public. Don't get me lying about the private. All type of shit going on in the private. In the public, we gonna, you know what I'm saying, show y'all what it is. So let me just go through this. Wow. So Article 2, we'll just start with that. Article 2 says all provisions take effect January 1st, 2025. You know the D-Eagle report is 2025.
2025, right.
For y'all that don't know, D-Eagle is a website that predicted like 90% of the people on Earth was going to somehow die in the next couple years, by 2025.
Right, a big reduction, right.
So Article 2 is no representation without population act. Requires the Illinois Department of Corrections to maintain electronic record of the legal residence for an incarcerated individual if outside of any correctional facility. Excuse me. So that's like a house arrest, halfway house, and all that type of stuff.
Right.
Requires IDOC to provide a report to the State Board of Elections within 30 days of the effective date and on or before May 1st of each year thereafter. Requires the State Board of Elections to prepare redistricting population data to reflect incarcerated persons at their residential address. Oh, so they giving them their residential address for redistricting and voting and taxing and all that type of shit. Not a correctional facility, which shall serve as the basis of legislative and representative districts. So they basically, because inmates, like, they just did a census, right? They don't do nothing.
Right.
All that shit already filled out. Now
it's gonna be filled out.
Yeah. Now they got an address and all, like.
Yep.
So that's Article 2, and I'm just gonna skip through this. We're gonna go to Article 4. Most know about that, right? Article 4.
Right.
Article 4, Section 4. the right to a constitutional form of government.
Yep.
So what's they Article 4? Constitutional rights and remedies. Oh, okay. Creates the Constitutional Rights and Remedies Act and the Task Force on Constitutional Rights. It's a task force in Chicago on constitutional rights, on the shit I be talking about.
Yep.
And remedies. Requires the task force to develop and propose policies and procedures to review and reform constitutional rights and remedies, including qualified immunity for police. Now they ask liable?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Requires the task force to meet at least 3 times, with the first meeting occurring within 60 days of the effective date. So this act starts July 1st, 2021, next month. And it repeals January 1st. So in 6 months, they're going to have to go through their training, constitutional training.
Yep.
They already had this. Well, part of this is they got their constitutional training. They got to go over that illegal search and seizure, Article 4 for real. Illegal search and seizure, all that about the warrants and statements and all that shit got to be wrote.
Right.
So they got to stop locking motherfuckers up. And that go along with they took away bail. So we gonna get to that too. Let me see. Go down to go down to some of this stuff is like whatever. Go to down to county's code. Okay. Prohibits a sheriff. County's code on page 112. Prohibits a sheriff's department from requesting or receiving specified equipment from any military surplus program. You remember they were doing the Black Lives Matter riots? They was coming out with tanks and all this shit and shooting tear gas at them and yeah.
Can't do that.
You can't buy motherfucking. You supposed to serve the people. You can't have military motherfucking weaponry against your masters, nigga. See, this how I'm talking to their ass, right? Fuck 2025. I'm saying enforce this shit on their ass now because they know it's coming. Let their ass know right now what it is. If the sheriff requests property from such a program, the sheriff shall publish notice of the request on a publicly accessible website maintained by the sheriff or the county within 14 days of the request. So we're gonna be able to see it and get on his ass.
Yep.
Same thing with the Illinois Municipal Code. See, that was for the county. Prohibits a police department from requesting or receiving specified equipment from any military surplus program. What is the Eagle? What is the Eagle?
Right.
That's giving reports. The Eagle report we just talked about is a military surplus organization. They sell military weapons. That's how they can predict who's gonna die and all this. Right. They know who buying what. They selling the shit. You know what I'm saying? Illinois Vehicle Code requires as soon as practicable and no later than July 1st, 2021, the Illinois Secretary of State to rescind the suspension, cancellation, or prohibition of renewal of a person's driver's license. What? The driver's license fraud?
Yep.
Let's see why they're doing this. That has been suspended, canceled, or who renewal has been prohibited before the effective date of this mandatory act due to the person having failed pay any fine, taxes. So the tax is away from the driver's license now. Yep. Now what? Now what? I got one expired. And on January 1st or after that, I'm going to go get the new one and still I ain't paying them shit. What? And if you stop me for a ticket, I ain't paying. Like they just told you they can't cancel it or suspend it for a fine. So now what's wrong with the driver's license? Now what's the tax? Now what's the driver's license fraud? Because it looked fixed to me. If I ain't paying shit and I ain't going to jail for it. Call it what you want to call it. See, I'm done with the labels and titles and all that because before it was a label, I was here. Man was here.
Right.
This is why Allah told Adam, name all the names.
Right.
You name them.
Right.
Call it whatever the fuck you want to call it. You the one got dominion over this shit.
Right.
And niggas want to argue with me over a fucking name. Because it's called fiat. It's no, whatever. Criminal Code. The Criminal Code of 2012 is amended to alter conditions when a peace officer may use any force, including deadly force. So now they can't use deadly force like they've been using it, according to this shit. And while I'm saying they can't, the only thing that's gonna make them can't is niggas getting off their ass when they do. And enforcing this shit that's on a piece of paper. Because this ain't nothing but a new ass Civil Rights Act.
Right.
That got niggas, because niggas ain't never enforced the old ones.
No.
They thought that shit did everything. They saving us now. No, nigga, that's just a tool for you to use. That's a weapon placed on the ground. I pick it up.
Right.
A peace officer is justified the use of any force which he reasonably believes, based on the totality of circumstances, to be necessary to effect arrest, and any force which he reasonably believes, based on the totality of the circumstances, to be necessary to defend himself or another from bodily harm while making an arrest. That's some vague shit. This language underlined above is also inserted into provision allowing the use of deadly force, along with the requirement that the officer reasonably believes that the person to be arrested cannot be apprehended at a later date. So if they can let your ass go, and you know what I'm saying? Even that's shaky though. Right. Fuck a later date. Like and also reasonably believes that the person to be arrested may cause great bodily harm to another. That's a little bit better. Fast speed chase, somebody else might die from the crash. Right. Y'all supposed to leave them alone. Stupid motherfucker. Well, feasible a peace officer shit, because people been dying in Chicago because they chase them motherfuckers. Yeah. Well, feasible a peace officer shall, prior to the use of force, make reasonable efforts to identify as a peace officer and to warn that deadly force may be used unless the officer has reasonable grounds to believe that the person is aware of those facts. That shit shaky as hell, so that ain't nothing to me. Let me see. A peace officer should not use deadly force against a person based off the danger that the person poses to himself or herself. That's better. If a reasonable officer would believe the person does not pose an imminent, because a lot of whether you think it's fake or real, the George Floyd wasn't bothering no motherfucker. Right. The dude in New York, the I Can't Breathe, selling cigarettes. This shit ain't hurting you. This shit ain't hurting y'all. Right. Mind your business. A peace officer should not use deadly force against a person who is suspected of committing a property offense. See, it's civil. Unless that offense is terrorism or unless deadly force is otherwise authorized by law. So it's going to be a whole lot of shaking going on. Yeah. Now, you know what these police going to do? Because now they can get their, ain't no qualified immunity. They can create some type of task force that can decertify their ass. They finna be turning in their badge and doing the blue flu like they did in Harvey, Illinois, and Calumet Park last week. Excuse me. And what we supposed to already have set up for that shit was when y'all turn in y'all badge, we're supposed to have Moors and blacks already in their fucking academy to take them jobs, to take them police jobs. That's what need to happen. I don't give a fuck how niggas feel about it or what a nigga got to say about it. You want some motherfucker to understand and not do this shit to you and this, that, and the other, it need to be a Moor or black in the car that's one of us. We need to have our group in that shit. The same way everybody got the KKK in their shit and whatever little MS-13 in their shit, we need to be in their shit too. So y'all gonna police y'all's, we gonna police ours, and we public and y'all ass public. Y'all know and we know. See, it need to be checks and balances everywhere. Niggas is dependent on other nations to know what I'm saying, to be loyal to us. Right. To basically not dedicate their time towards their nation and help our nation. Right. With some of them doing it. That's all more. Use of force to prevent escape. The language prohibits the use of deadly force to prevent escape, unless deadly force is necessary to prevent death or great bodily harm to the officer or another person. See, these is tools now. These is tools. Now, I'm going to wait and see how this shit go out and how they responding to it. But if you can depend on this shit, if you ever be able to depend on this, now you got a mode of operation. You know what they can't and cannot do. Right. The reason a lot of everybody getting fucked up because they ass just got impunity. Right. You coming with all type of shit and they like whatever. Yeah, whatever. See me in court. Yep. And they got to do to render aid, to do to intervene. You already know this, which means they servants. Official misconduct. This is important, y'all. This is how you get their ass gone. Now, a lot of y'all remember a couple weeks ago we was at the Daily Center. And I wanted to go up, whatever I was gonna do. And the motherfucker tried to put the gun to my head, and I went ham on their ass and got all their ass on camera and posted this shit. Now watch this. The language adds a new section on law enforcement misconduct and provides situations by which law enforcement officers commit misconduct. Specifically, the language provides that an officer commits misconduct in the course of official duties when he or she knowingly and intentionally misrepresents or fails to provide facts. Like I was asking for facts. Give me your name, give me your badge. The lady like this, like she Islaming me. Like she a Moorish American coming up a badge. I got a dumbass on camera. And I told her, yeah, you know you violating the Constitution, right? You supposed to, I gave her notice and everything. Fails to provide facts describing an incident in any report or doing any investigation regarding law enforcement officers' conduct. They supervise him. I was investigating when asked his subordinate when asked her, because I was telling her about him. Withholds any knowledge of the misrepresentations of another law enforcement. And all of them guilty because they said it was some type of policy that they can't produce. So they lied. All of them guilty. Withhold any knowledge of the misrepresentation of another law enforcement officer from the law enforcement employee, supervisor, investigator, or other person or entity tasked with holding law enforcement officer accountable, and then fails to comply with the body count. So they asked his pops. Whenever I get ready, I'm gonna go, call them and call legal department and ask do they want to remedy the situation. Because I got your supervisor on camera violating the new criminal justice reform omnibus. You dumb motherfucker just signed the law. This is why he was, looking like that. This is why he was looking like that. Abolition of monetary bail. So if it ain't no injured party, ain't no bail now. Right. Provides that pre-trial release. That's what they call in bail now. Pre-trial release, because you ain't got to pay nothing. They just gonna give you pre-trial instructions and release your ass. Right. Has the meaning described to bail. Pre-trial release has the meaning described to bail in Section 9, Article 1 of the Illinois Constitution. That is non-monetary. Establish offenses and conditions upon which pre-trial release may be granted or denied. See, it's gonna be denied when you actually did a crime against an injured party. Ain't no bail. We got your ass now. Right. All this quasi-criminal shit, they cleaning it up now. Granted or denied and provisions for release without appearance before a judge. The language removes the requirement of posting monetary bail on and after the effective date of this act. Exceptions are provided in the Uniform Criminal Extradition Act, the Driver's License Compact, and the Non-Resident Violator Compact. Y'all need to pay attention. Yep. Y'all need to pay attention. You see, you put the Driver's License Compact in there, the Non-Resident Violator Compact. Now, that driver's license shit gonna mean one thing to you if you're a U.S. citizen, and another thing if you're an alien. Because I can get it. I'm finna renew it. I'm not finna pay no tax. And I'm not their citizen. This one I'm finna renew it. All my shit on the record. You can't say I'm your citizen. And the only reason why I'm not even finna look more into the international driver's license, because in Illinois Vehicle Code, y'all see if y'all look. It says if you got a social security number, you can't get it. So they really going off, they really rocking with the qualified alien joint. They're like, nigga, you qualified already. What is you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like we took the tax out, so what else? What is you doing? Right. This is why I'm saying, like, what do Moors want? Do you want this? See, Moors want a motherfucker. They don't want to win. They want to win, and they want to say, I told you so. Yep. And they want you to kiss their ass and beg and pray that you never have to motherfucking do this again. Yep. And yeah, nigga, and now you're gonna be the slave. And yeah, they want to do all that shit. Right. The Albions ain't going for that shit.
Hell no.
They not going.
They already told you that.
Yeah.
They're showing you every day.
They're not going for it. Yeah, they showing you. Virgo Triad showed all the Moors, because she be going to her own shit now. She in her own business now. She showed all the Moors. You know what I'm saying? She sure ain't bring her ass over here, bro. Right. And I was taunting her ass, like, please bring your ass over here talking that shit. No, you gonna take your ass to Rise of the Moors and Taj and Sharon and Light. You ain't gonna come over here with that shit. You come over here, y'all already know. All of you, we NBA jamming at this. He's on fire. On real.
Yeah.
She knew better. And hey, I'm not even like, she was getting frauds. Majority of the people she got was fraud.
Yep.
This is why I got up off her ass. Like, fuck it.
They just can't do that.
Yeah,
Right.
truth is the truth.
Yeah.
She getting frauds. Majority of the people she named was fraud.
And y'all got in on y'all feelings, talking about she bashing the people, this, that, and the third, and trying to attack her, this, that, and the third, and she actually was trying to help you.
Bro, this is why they mad. This is why a lot of Moors didn't like us, because they seeing some of these people criticize the Moors sound similar to us. And we wasn't backing off the shit.
Right.
Niggas was all, oh, you want to talk about Moors? Yeah, I'm talking about Moors. Yeah. Now you come out in the public and let's talk about it.
Right.
Who want to talk about Moors? Like I ain't got the proof.
Right.
Nigga, I'll blast every so-called famous Moor in this bitch. It ain't nothing but about one or two that's real.
Right.
So people getting released on their own recognizance. We seen that. I ain't got to read that whole thing. Y'all can read it. Options for warrant alternatives. Look at this shit, bro. Warrants is to lock you up.
Yep.
So say I got a warrant.
Yeah,
You think I might appreciate if they say, hey, we got a warrant out for you,
right?
But you got 48 hours to not get your ass locked up.
Right.
Before we send, they gonna get your ass a head start, bro. Look at this shit. Where am I? Okay. If a defendant fails to comply with any conditions of pretrial release, so if we lock your ass up, don't charge you the bail, and release you and just with instructions, yeah, just do this and come to trial. A court may issue an order to show cause why a person is subject to revocation of pretrial release. They can revoke the pretrial release. A certified copy of the order shall be served to the person at least 48 hours in advance of the scheduling hearing. So they're going to give you 48 hours. If the person does not appear to the hearing, the court may issue a warrant for the arrest of the person. So they ain't just going to get you. They going to give your ass a 48-hour hit. You know we going to lock you up if you don't come turn yourself in 48 hours.
Yep.
See, niggas get to turn themselves in now. The TV shit.
Right.
The rich people shit.
Right.
Can I have a couple days to take care of my business and turn myself in?
Yep.
That take effect in 2023. Pretrial release, we already went over it, but all persons charged with an offense should be eligible for pretrial release before conviction. Pretrial release may only be denied when a person is charged with specific offenses listed in section 110.6.1 of the Criminal Code 2012, or who has a high likelihood of willful flight and after court has held a hearing. So that's the no bond. Determining the amount of bond, of bail, and conditions of release. This all go together. Revocation of pretrial release, that go together. Denial of pretrial release, they already telling you about it. These 3 phone calls shit look new. Use of force of execution of warrant. Nah. Quasi-criminal and misdemeanor bail acts. So, anybody been to traffic court? You seen that quasi-crime shit? That ain't in the Constitution, quasi-crime. Shit either criminal or civil. That's why this shit unconstitutional. That's why they clean this shit up now. Amends the act name to the Quasi-Criminal and Misdemeanor Pretrial Release Act and allows authorized authorities to grant pretrial release based on Illinois Supreme Court form for certain cases. Removes references to bail or bond and places with the term pretrial release. So, quasi-criminal, this goes alongside with that Article 4 that they got to do. Because if it's quasi-criminal, that means it ain't no injured party. That means it ain't a real, you know what I'm saying, it ain't a real case. That means they're in violation of Article 4. Where's the injured party? Where's the warrant? You don't got a warrant. You don't got an injured party. You don't got a warrant. It take a complaint for a judge to say go lock them up. If ain't nobody to complain, how you getting locked up? So how is so many people locked up in the? It wasn't nobody complaining but the city of Chicago,
right,
or the state of Illinois. And then when it got time for testimony, you know who went up there and testified? The prosecutor.
Exactly.
They got the prosecutor testifying as if he can testify for the city because niggas don't know. This nigga ain't even supposed to be able to talk to you. How he gonna talk to you when he ain't even got a victim?
Right.
You talking to the judge. You supposed to be straight talking to the judge, getting this shit up out of here. He ain't supposed to be talking. Ain't nobody asked you to talk. I'm not in pro se. You can't proceed. Let me see. So, this really is like groundbreaking shit if niggas would get off their fucking ass in Chicago. Cause if all us, who gonna tell us we wrong when y'all just passed the shit?
Right.
They not expecting us to be this quick up on their ass, bro. They ain't expect us to be within a year enforcing on their ass. And this shit talking about 22 and 23 and 2025.
Right.
We supposed to be on their ass right now.
Yep.
And now all this shit makes sense when I got pulled up by the police and all that shit. And they seeing all my shit already filed. They like, what the fuck?
Yep.
We thought we had time.
Yep. Yep.
We ain't got no time. These niggas teaching classes.
It's already happening.
Then they talking to their CO buddy. And he like, yeah, they're in a fucking penitentiary talking about this shit. They're letting them get the paperwork in. They know this shit over with.
Yep.
Let me see. Go to definitions. Now tell me they ain't trying to slide a Republican after this. The language adds new definition for the following term: full-time law enforcement officer, governmental agency, state governmental agency, and for a panel, the language replaces the phrase police officer with law enforcement officer.
All the way throughout the whole thing, right?
So y'all not policy enforcers no more? Y'all law enforcers? Y'all going from policy to law? That's what it looked like. Y'all trying to do it quietly, like a nigga ain't gonna, yeah, nigga, we see y'all.
Right.
Yeah, we glad y'all, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Glad y'all finally came out. But bitch, we sent you, and yeah, you're gonna have to do better than this. That's a nice start. But you know, we all know what the fuck going on. You're gonna have to do better than this.
Right.
I know you niggas watching me. You're gonna have to do better than this. This is a nice start. I'll give you a little credit when the shit start, you know what I'm saying, if y'all enforce this shit. But you're gonna have to do better than this. This ain't, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna have to make a treaty task force.
Yep.
That's what you're gonna have to do. Automatic decertification of full-time and part-time law enforcement officers. This what they ass scared of. Qualified immunity gone. And when is all this going to affect? Excuse me. I think this go in January. Automatic decertification of full-time, part-time law enforcement officers provides that the board must review law enforcement conduct and records to ensure that no officer is certified if the officer has been convicted of, found guilty of, entered a plea of guilty or of nolo contender to a felony offense under the laws of the state or any other state. Bro, don't I got these people on a class 3 felony on tape?
Yep.
Denying me the right to go upstairs for some fake ass policy when it ain't even no more policy enforcers, it's law enforcers. So which policy? Law enforcer? It's your stupid ass. I can't, bro, I'm finna get his ass. I'm finna get his ass. I might go up there again just to do it again on this bitch ass. Man. So
everything's supposed to be open now.
Yeah. Provides that the board must review law enforcement. We already read it. Yeah. So if they get any felony, They ass pop. They can't be a police no more. Decertification. Now how do it sound? I'm gonna take your ass to court.
Yeah.
Now how do it sound? You violating this, and this.
Yeah. And you see that automatic.
Yeah, you in violation of your own rules. You got 50. They don't even hear about their rules. Once you get to talking about their rules and they code of ethics, them niggas finna get they finna get the message. And I fuck around and have this shit printed out and go file it out the county. Okay. With my tribe and have my seals on their shit. Yeah, we got your shit filed, showing that we already was on this with this discovery. This how you get their ass. Fuck they body camera. I got the camera. They not working a job for free, y'all. Which means they want the job. Let me see. States that the responsibility. Oh, hold up. This is the same thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
if an officer has been found to have committed an offense as described, the board must appoint investigators. States that the responsibility of the sheriff. I don't know why this just come off like that. States that is the responsibility of the sheriff or the chief executive officer of every governmental, as opposed to local law enforcement agency or department within the state, to report any arrest, convictions, finding of guilt, plea of guilty, or plea of no loan contender of any officer for an offense identified. Requires the board of investigators to be law enforcement officers and that an investigator should not have been terminated for good cause, decertified, had his or her law enforcement license and certificate revoked, or been convicted of any conduct listed. The language adds definitions for duty to intervene, excessive use of force, false statement, got them with two of them, perjury, tampers with or fabricates evidence, decertification. So you see the perjury one, the perjury. So this is what I'm finna do. When I get my time, I'm gonna study. First, I'm gonna call and tell their legal department, y'all, I've been injured. I'm gonna find out all the injuries, tell they ass the injuries, give them you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna send them a letter and I'm gonna call them, give them a chance to cure. They don't cure, I'm gonna foul on their ass. I'm gonna give them 3 chances. Then I'm gonna foul on their ass. I'm gonna file a default on their ass because I already got everything. I got everything I need. I got the discovery of them violating. I got the law where they ain't supposed to violate, and I got the proof that they are service. And they ass gonna get summons, or it's gonna be a default judgment and run that. I ain't trying to hear shit. And they when they come to court, this is what we're gonna get into. This is why I say I love this shit when we start practicing law on their ass. I'm gonna call his ass up there, get some depositions. You see perjury on there, right? See, I got the discovery, which means he can't lie. Right. So now I'm deposition and ask your dumb ass questions that's gonna show you in violation of your own shit. And you can't lie. This is enforce the Constitution on their ass. We not over here making salats to write a document. Right. Right. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what people thinking. That's how you do that. Notice of alleged violation. Require the following individuals and agencies notify the board within 7 days of becoming aware of any alleged violation. A governmental agency, a law enforcement officer, the executive director of the board, and a state's attorney's office. So you see, I told you I'm gonna call their legal department and tell them I've been, you know what I'm saying, injured. Does anybody want to cure? That's noticed, and then they got to report that shit within off the bam. I don't know if this part is valid right now, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna sue their ass anyway. Maybe the case will be going by the time, you know what I'm saying? Who knows? And even if I get more practice out their ass. So discretionary decertification of full-time and part-time law enforcement officer grants the authority to decertify a full-time or a part-time law enforcement officer upon a determination by the board that the law enforcement officer has committed certain specified acts. And we already know what the max is. Okay, I read that. I already know it's a violation. Formal complaint requires the board to review reports and any relevant evidence obtained and determine whether there is a reasonable basis to believe that the law enforcement officer committed any conduct that would be deemed a violation of this act. If the board determines that a reasonable basis does exist, the board shall file a formal complaint with the certification review panel. Upon the issuance of a formal complaint, the panel is required to set the matter for initial hearing in front of an administrative law judge at least 30 days prior to the date set for the hearing. The panel must notify the law enforcement officer subject to the complaint in writing and include specified that since is as getting summons, formal complaint, and formal complaint hearing. Bring your ass here. Let me see. Emergency order of suspension provides the authority for the board to immediately suspend a law enforcement officer's certification under certain circumstances. I know they hating this shit. This why, bro, you watch Fox News, they talk about all across the country, they ass turning in them badges. Because they ain't got the immunity no more. Right. It ain't no sport no more. Right. It ain't open nigga season, nigga.
Yeah. Plus all the people you saw on the street, harassing on the street, now they know that you can't fuck with them like that no more.
Plus everybody getting outed. You do some shit now, everybody finna know your name, your house, your whole family, your ass finna be hiding, begging for donations forever. That's what you finna be doing. You finna be George Zimmerman. Okay, we can go to the Illinois Fraternal Order of Police Labor Council now. And just listen to the shit. Fraternal Order of Police. These people is an order, man.
Yeah, frat.
Yeah, they a public ass order. Yeah. They a public order. They in the public with their shit. Yep. We a public order. New more order. We the Moors that ain't scared. We in the public with everything. Fighting cases, doing processes. What? In the hood. Right. Police pull us over. In the station. Downtown. Like, we in the public with it. We ain't got the gun, though. They need a gun to be in public. Because they know, bro, if they didn't have them guns.
You know they got everything. Guns, tasers, sticks.
If they didn't have them guns, I'd be two of y'all ass coming out the cop by my damn self. I wish a nigga would come out. I'll be two of y'all ass. That's why y'all need all this stuff. Yep. Bro, you know the police, I've seen some police in Africa. This smart, he took the gun off.
God damn.
He took the gun off and just went and whooped dude that like, oh.
Right. Yeah, like what?
Yeah, like, yeah, this doesn't require this. Like, damn. Okay.
The followers, if you got sisters enough to do that over here, they know I'm using all my little gadgets.
But then again, you know what I'm saying? You got to look at what eyes he looking at his people. He policing his people again.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it ain't even that serious any motherfucker. This shit ain't even finna go that way. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That the gun he had was for some Boko Haram types. You know what I'm saying?
Big shit.
Yeah. The following are highlights of HB 3653 Amendment Number 2. Residency can no longer be subject to bargaining in municipalities with populations over 100,000. Change from over 1 million. I will have to look into that because I don't know exactly what they, you know what I'm saying, with the bargain. Let me see. I ain't gonna read everything. They got the pretrial release. Conditions of pretrial release to be made available to media when individual is arrested. So the media has to know there's no secrets. Under that, you got sworn affidavit for filing complaints against officers is removed and will also come out of any collective bargaining agreements entered after January 1st, 2022. So they can't Remember I told you when I had I forget who I did. When I had when they took me to the station and I had did a Freedom of Information Act on the commander and everybody in that station while I cursed everybody out.
Right.
And they came and delivered the shit banging on my motherfucking door, the dicks.
Right,
and I didn't know who it was till I came and seen the motherfucking police letter. Oh, y'all playing games.
Yeah, yeah.
See, now you ain't got to know. You can anonymously do the shit.
Right, right.
And that shit count against their ass.
Yeah, they trying to do that intimidation, this, that, and third, whatever.
Prohibits ISP from obtaining certain types of military equipment. Illinois State Police. Same thing for the other ones. Creates a review of the practice of pretrial domestic violence courts. Prohibits local governments from retaliating against whistleblowers. It also establishes requirements for auditing officials for handling complaints and remedies that may be sought by the auditing agency against bad actors. So why they doing all this? Because they've been had systems for complaints. Yeah. They admitting to the bullshit.
Yep.
Amend Local Records Act and requires all public and non-public records to be related to police officer complaints. See now they finna have a complaint database for police to keep track of who doing. They ass got a report card now. Yep. This is why they don't want the job no more.
Yep.
Established a statewide minimum standards for mental health screening for probationary and permanent police officers. Now they ask them how to go to mental health screenings for all. Like they ask getting harassed too now. On the next page, it say creates minimum training for officers to complete every 3 years, in which training includes training implicit bias and racial sensitivity, emergency medical response training, crisis intervention, officer wellness and mental health, use of force de-escalation. Now you know they teach this critical race theory shit, and everybody hate it now, right? Right. You know what they doing, right? Because they was hating us for a minute. Yeah. They giving their ass what it's finna be. Y'all fucking with these Moors? Okay, cool. Y'all don't know this shit get worse. You know what I'm saying? They showing you what it's finna be. So now, okay, since it ain't no Moors, so okay, let's go with the race thing then. Okay, y'all racist white people now. Now it's black privilege. Now it's black privilege. Let's give back. Right. So now guess who's gonna be refreshing now? Who's saying they ain't black? Fuck this race shit. Right. And you ain't white.
Right. Islam.
See, they forcing their ass into a corner. I know you ain't want to do it, but now your ass in the corner. Fight. Yep. Motherfucker. One wall you got motherfucking Moors, one wall you got motherfucking blacks, and your foundation is racist white supremacy. Right. That's what you is now. Right. Now your ass going crazy. If the pandemic ain't drive your motherfucking ass crazy, which it did, because you niggas ain't used to being locked up, not even the slightest, this really finna drive you crazy. Now you niggas ain't used to being slaves neither. Right. Okay, we free, but now blacks get to do this to me?
Right.
What do you mean? Asians getting all the rights?
Yeah.
They're taking our country.
Yep.
The jobs are gone. They're destroying my small business.
Everything.
They're destroying our businesses.
What are we doing? What are we gonna do?
Yeah, all they got is fuck Biden flags everywhere.
Right. Pissed off.
On the real. They lucky I ain't got a poll. I'll be right with their ass. They'll be shocked at me. A lot of people be shocked if they really heard my thoughts. They'll be shocked at how similar we are. Right, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Well, I'm like, fuck that nigga too. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, fuck him. Same way how some of them watch me and be like, yeah, they don't know. I'm like, fuck him too. He's fraud.
Yeah.
Well, he's saying the same thing.
Yeah. True. It's facts. It's facts, bro.
Agree on that.
Bro, every time these Caucasians know what it is, there's something about them they know what it is when they come in contact with me. I got like every time I come in contact with them, I don't know if I look like the big black guy or what, but every time I come in contact with them, they like letting it be known to disrespect. You know what I'm saying? One of them, he was working, right? Doing something. Right. And I down there fucked up his work. I ain't gonna say what he was doing. I down there fucked up his work, But he was like, hey, you all hey. I'm like, oh, my bad. So I see the shit. You know, I work in the trade business. So I'm like, right, you ain't gonna fuck my shit up.
Hell yeah.
He not, but you know, I look how I look. So he don't know what lens I'm looking at up. In his mind, he's a Caucasian. I'm a, you know, look like a real street nigga or whatever.
Could be mad at me, could be fucked.
So I'm telling him, bro, dog, it ain't nothing. Hey, yeah, man, I know I probably started you, bro. I'm like, bro, it ain't nothing. Man, everybody not crazy around here. Yeah, I know. I'm like, yeah, I'm talking about this. I'm talking about world news crazy. Yeah, I know, buddy. This he like this company I work for is a minority-owned company. He don't even know he a slave. Or maybe he was acting. Maybe he didn't. Maybe he think I think I'm a slave. Maybe we both was acting.
Right.
Maybe we both was acting. He's saying he worked for a minority-owned company. I'm I'm playing it off like I'm a minority.
Right.
You don't need to know that much.
Right.
All you need to know is we all ain't that. You ain't got to motherfucking blow your shit. You know what I'm saying? For saying you're sorry. It's all good, bro. It's all good. You ain't the motherfucker that did the shit to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
You ain't the motherfucker. Like when we went walking yesterday.
Yeah. Night and day.
Everybody named mama. Yeah. It's just a different energy, like you know what I'm saying? Even when we do lives and we were mentioning these people, I know y'all could tell, like we not, you know what I'm saying? They not a factor like we, you know what I'm saying? It's frustrating because of people, but there's nothing over here that's you know what I'm saying, stagnated. So let me see. Excuse me. Okay, we're gonna go down to requires Illinois State Police to submit use of force information to FBI National Use of Force Database. So you know how I got an FBI number? They investigated me and other Moors and shit. They ass got a database too. And freedom of information is freedom of information. And we probably can get all this shit.
Yep.
Okay. We're going to go to Uniform Peace Officer Disciplinary Act amended. Removes requirement that officers be informed beforehand of names on complainants. Officers no longer required to be informed of name, rank, unit, commander of officer in charge of investigation prior to interrogation. Removes it's taking away the politics.
Right.
Removes complainant affidavit requirement and bars such requirements from being in collective bargaining agreements. I wonder what that means. Removes complainant affidavit requirement. I'm gonna have to go into that. Removes a requirement for what? You know what I'm saying? And now they talk about anonymous complaints. And this and hold up. That's what I keep forgetting. It's talking about they ass.
Right.
That's what I keep forgetting. So this is talking about dealing with they ass. They don't have to know if some shit is dealing with another officer or whoever the complainant is. Their name ain't gonna be shown, and they ain't gonna know what officer it's about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What name, rank, unit? You know, they ain't gonna know who it's about. You gotta do all this shit the same.
You know, basically, it's just gonna be blind. It's gonna be like, it's gonna be like you at your regular job now. Hey, let me talk to you in the office. Let me pull you in the office real quick because you did whatever. Yep. And ain't what I do. What talk about in the office? That's what it's about. So nobody gonna be able to come and tell you and warn you and get you whatever. So now you in there.
Yeah, they know what it is. It's overall. Restrict sheriff department for purchasing certain military equipment. We went over that. Same thing with this municipality. Changes insurance code. What is this? To prohibit insurance from being canceled unless an individual violates conditions of pretrial release and release is revoked. See, I got to get into all this insurance shit. Now, they might be fucking with the bond. This might be that bond talk.
Right.
Insurance.
They might be trying to change the bond and just rename it to something different, do something else.
So what we read is just a summary. This whole thing is like 600 pages. So you read the summary, see what you want to know about, then go and read in detail. Cash bond replace.
Condition of control release. Secretary of State must rescind license suspensions, cancellation, and denials of renewal based on any failure to pay fines.
Yep. If the tax.
Eliminates officers for suspended driver's license for felons to pay fines for 5 or more violations.
Yep.
It says drivers who have receive automatic traffic violations may no longer be told that license may be suspended for failure to pay fines. Municipalities and counties are no longer required to report Secretary of State when only failed to pay fines for 5 offenses. Drivers who have automated traffic violations when passing school buses may no longer be told that driver's license may be suspended for failure to pay fines.
They got this one. Offense for resisting arrest or obstructing a peace officer, firefighter, or correctional employee is removed unless there was initial underlying offense for the arrest. Do you understand? Do you understand? Polo G, the rapper Polo G, just got arrested in Florida. He wasn't even driving. Chicago rapper in Florida. They followed his ass as soon as he got off the plane, pulled him over. He got into an altercation with the police. Now he got obstructing this and fighting the police and all this. What was the initial charge? They said offense for resisting arrest or obstructing a peace officer. This was shit he got. That's what DeBro got on the LA.
Right.
Firefighter or correctional employee is removed unless there was an initial underlying offense. So why you stop Polo G?
Right.
Why did y'all stop Polo G? Because the case against him and he wasn't even driving.
Right.
Which he wasn't even supposed to have to get out the car or identify himself.
Right. Because he wasn't driving. He was just passing.
This the shit we talking about. Now in Chicago, what they basically tell, what I've been saying, bro, ain't it the law saying if it's a bogus arrest, you can whoop their ass?
Yep.
And I'm saying I don't see nobody whooping no ass.
Yeah, right. You know, because they don't believe it.
I say everybody quoting law, but I'm the only more that can say I whooped some ass. Y'all got the law. And now they putting it right here. So if somebody falsely arrests you and you can prove it, you can literally whoop their ass. If you got the phone out, whoop their ass, get away when they come through the shit. Now, what you won't have to worry about with that is, see, legally you can whoop their ass. The other side to that
ain't gonna agree.
Is we in Chicago.
Right.
And like I told y'all, they got these MS-13s and they got these KKKs and it ain't no Moorish groups.
Right.
So until that happen, so you got some backup. So a nigga in the station like a motherfucker bet not nothing, or y'all's getting it. We just gonna all out war.
So they don't want to
Yeah.
You know they gonna run.
Yeah. So all this shit, like it's just going down in Illinois. It's finna go down. Bro, you know what this shit remind me of? The next 24 hours, no crime will be punishable. You have now entered the purge. Thank you. Bro.
Yeah, bro.
Tell me it ain't the purge. Ain't the border still open? Ain't it still?
Yep.
More is coming in from down that way. That ain't even got a piece of paper. Talk about stat. You ain't got a straw man. But these are replacements for the blacks.
Yep.
And for the Moors that don't want to get off their ass. Cause like I was watching a live and dude was making a lot of sense. Bro, they done with us, bro. As a nation, they like just squeezed everything and then they got replacements.
Right.
And they done found a way to harvest us, like the Matrix. Kill us and take the organs.
Yep. And that's why they don't even give a damn.
Yeah, they don't care no more.
It's over.
You niggas is cattle.
It's over.
That's why they letting them in now. We gonna make a pathway for them. Why you think Joe Biden is letting all this shit in? Fuck these niggas. They woke now. We don't need them now.
Yep.
Shit, they woke. Now they garbage to us. Now they mean death to us.
Right.
Shit.
Yeah,
The shot clock. It's over with. Let me see. Yeah, all the rest is we basically went over. Well, go to the next page. Law enforcement misconduct is a class 3 felony, y'all.
Right.
I mean, they ass lying. They don't want to show the badge. They don't want to give you information. All that shit. Class 3, pull out that camera on their ass before you get to ask them questions. And when they violate, let them violate. Even if they're gonna take you to jail, whatever. You got, you cool. You see him in court. I'm gonna get through this shit, and I'll see your ass in court. You dumb motherfucker. That's why Curtis ass was so. See, Curtis made it before all this, and he was relieved then. Bro, we was leaving out the courtroom. He was in the way. I tapped him to get by him and shit. He turned around and see me. You know how you be in a party or some shit, and you tap somebody you know, and they don't know who it is, and they see you, and they start laughing and shit. Right. That's how I tapped his ass. He in his police uniform. His back turned to me. I tapped him on his shoulder. He turned back and he started laughing like we homies or some shit. Like we just went through some shit. I'm like, yeah, nigga, yeah. He laughing and I'm like, yeah, nigga, I told you. You thought I was gonna be locked up. No. So he like, man, I thought I was, because he waiting on trial too. This was trial. The shit got done on the day of trial. So his ass, he know I'm finna call his ass up, like his ass sweating bullets. You know how it is, you got trial. Right. This nigga sweating like I can't believe this nigga actually took this shit to trial.
Yeah.
Every court day, the prosecutor going talking to him like, yeah, he won't take the shit. He won't take the shit. We had to threaten the nigga at trial and basically take all the weapons from him because he still didn't want to take it. If I'd have had a motion in Lamine, that shit would have been beat. Boot would have been all in their ass. The judge had to help him. He stopped at point 8. It was 61 points. He stopped at point 8 because we took 20 minutes for him to argue that. And it's a full court. He like, we just ain't gonna do it, bro. If you mention something that ain't pertaining, I'm gonna have to I'm like, see, it's that bullshit. And he smiling and shit like, yeah, nigga, take the cop out then. Take the cop out. I'm like, this shit's some bullshit. So we go into the little room and make the I get the cop out. It's nothing. All I gotta do is move the straw from municipality to municipality, and shit dismissed, never to be seen again. I go in front of the judge. So they gotta, before that was literally a cop out because it was an agreement. The next case though, but they dismissed another case for me though, same type of case. So when I go before Clarence, he reading the pre, sentencing shit, right? Right. So it's like, did you agree to this? Did anybody force you and all this, that? You got 30 days to it. When he's saying you got 30 days to appeal, the nigga busts out laughing, right? Because I'm looking at him like, because he's like, you got 30 days to appeal, I'll do one of these. Right. Fuck am I appealing, bro? You just showed me you ain't gonna let me use nothing. You got that right. I just had 2 boots in this nigga ass like a polo stick jumping up and down in his ass. And he took my polo stick away. Yeah. I'm all in his ass. This motherfucker can't even talk. He gonna save him, then ask me if I wanna know what I'm saying. Like, bro, I ain't finna appeal shit. Y'all know what it is. Gonna give me my shit so I can get up out of there. Then he like, yeah, you should have been a lawyer. This one we did all the little talking and shit. You should have been a lawyer and all that. And then I left about it, that tap old Curtis. We laughed about the shit. Right. 2 weeks later, he's stopping my woman. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get me. He's stopping her. I know he wanted to kick it. And I would have talked to his ass. I'd have talked to him for about 20 minutes and just talked to him like man to man. Yeah, bro, you know this shit, this is that and the other. You know you really are more, right? You really this is that and the other. Right. I'll fuck around and cuff his ass. Y'all fucking around. Because y'all can't turn me. I don't got nothing to lose. I'm in the public with my shit. Y'all gonna fuck around and get cuffed. We gonna have some motherfucking The Wire going on around this bitch. Bro, niggas don't like. And if you ain't ever been locked up, you don't know nothing about that. Anybody been in Cook County? When you going through them tunnels, when you coming back from court, some of them officers is some of the guys. Some of them officers is old GDs and old Stones and old this and old that. And how you think people getting shit in jail?
It's long. Right.
How you think niggas get cell phones and weed and all this type of shit?
Right.
You think that nigga just a mastermind? He's so smart he got locked up, but he can sneak shit into top level security.
No, he done took all the damn shit from the chow hall and shit, and they took the aluminum wrappers and made
Right.
the guy with some shit. And all I need now is a paper clipping. We're gonna have
Now it's some MacGyver ass niggas in the joint,
Oh yeah, I know it is.
but security is security. You know what I'm saying? Security is security. It is what it is. No restraint above shows with risk of asphyxiation in order to prevent destruction of evidence. Bro, I can't breathe. You mentioned that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Prohibits force for punishment. Prohibits use of kinetic impact projectiles to target head pelvis. That's that rubber bullet shit.
Yep, the rubber bullets.
Prohibits tasers, foul, indiscriminate in the crowds. Orders to disperse must be issued before pepper spray notice. Prohibits use of deadly force to prevent escape. We went over that. If a correctional officer or police officer can use force to prevent escape from a penal institution. So that's different. You already signed the contract. Officer misconduct is a class 3 felony. Misconduct includes misrepresenting facts. Got their ass. Or failing to provide facts. Got their ass.
Yep.
Or withhold knowledge of someone else. I got their ass. Facts. Cash bail to be replaced within 2 years with conditions of pretrial release. This is why you see the news. You see the news and they ass been Fox News, these Caucasians been complaining about the rioters get locked up and get right back out.
Yep.
And do it again and do it again. Pretrial release. Defendants to be present in court for pretrial conditions, with exceptions. I wonder what the exception is. Because if you got to be in court, what's the exception? COVID? That's what they're trying to leave that out for? Because that ain't constitutional. That ain't a constitutional exception.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Defendant with felony warrants in other counties must be taken to the other county within 3 days of completed detention and hearing to resolve detention status. If you locked up in Cook County, and you finna go home and you got a warrant in Kane County, they got to come within 3 days, or they're gonna have to let you go out of Cook County. How they been doing it? They'll keep your ass.
Right.
You supposed to been gone when you here for 2 days extra and shit. Like talk about I'm a suit. Dre Scott. Non-appearance in court does not constitute intent to evade prosecution. This is some new shit. This is new. Like they, bro, like this is like unheard of. The shit we read.
Right.
We in Chicago. This probably don't mean nothing to y'all. If y'all ain't from Chicago, you don't know the impact of what I'm reading.
Right. But now they cleaned up that gray. Leaving less room for gray.
Court may detain if defendant fails to attend court. How many more is telling your ass don't go to court? It's not you and all this shit. Don't know what they're talking about. Guidelines for judges to consider pretrial release. Separate consideration for stalkers. So if your ass on some sexual shit, you always know it's gonna be heightened.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You see sex conditions for revoking pretrial release. That's probably gonna be one of them. State may contest pretrial release. Presumption of pretrial release is appropriate. State's duty to disclose information to defendant prior to pretrial release hearing. Defendant can use evidence of illegal confession, search, or seizure in pretrial release hearing. Case dismissed. If you got an illegal confession, then you got an illegal warrant, and we got an illegal case. Because it all got to start off the complaint. Y'all seeing the principles now? This shit ain't about all us get together and motherfucking donate to the oldest nigga.
Islam.
This shit about reading the law, whatever they calling it in your area, and enforce on their ass.
Yep.
And wish your nigga would. In that order. Stay due to disclose. Okay, I read that. So defendant can use evidence. I got evidence on my phone. That's what that phone is. That phone changed the game, bro.
Yep.
Pull that motherfucker out and get the recording.
Yep.
Use evidence of illegal confession.
Yep.
Or misrepresent. I already told you, class 3 felonies, they misrepresent the facts. And they gotta serve you.
Yep.
So I'm questioning your ass. You the one for questioning. Let me get your badge number and your bond number. See, ain't no more license and registration. Badge number, bond number. I'm with Portage. I'm a more with Portage. Can I have your badge number, bond number? And I'm taping your dumb ass. Yeah, y'all finna know about me. Illegal confession, search, or seizure. That's it, right? That's Article 4 right there. If it's illegal, it's case dismissed.
Yep.
This shit over with. And Lori Lightfoot got a plan to pay community activists to teach the people their rights.
Right.
The shit is over. Now think how competent people gonna be, because people think this is an argument now.
Right.
Think in another year, everybody gonna be saying what we saying, bro.
Yeah.
So the shit y'all talking now, trying to defend, y'all identifying yourself now for next year. Whoever going on that side. Whoever's going on that side, y'all know what we talking about. Y'all identifying yourself now for when all the people get woke. Because we not vouching for you.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, we not vouching for you. In sex offense cases, victim will be given notice of pre-trial release hearing and given an opportunity to be heard and filed in order of protection. See, they gonna need that. You're gonna have to be heard. That's a serious crime. If I get charged with that, I want to see your ass too.
Yeah.
I want to see some motherfucking proof too.
Right.
And I ain't gonna play games with your ass. I'm gonna. What's the charge for lying on the nigga?
Right. Right.
That's what I want. I want your ass to go.
You got that right. It's going down.
Prior to executing a search warrant, a supervisor must ensure body cameras are being worn and plans are made to deal with children and vulnerable people at the site, because they killing people with these raids.
Yep.
Innocent people, grandmas, kids.
Yep. Busting in.
And it's wrong raids, some of them. Gives director of the Department of Corrections the ability to give credit for prisoners serving various sentences and allows for credit to be given to prisoners who demonstrate a commitment to rehabilitation. See, if this was out, if this was when I was locked up, I would have did all the time. Because I got so much school, they kicked me out of school. I had to transfer to another joint. I got my associate degree, and the joint I was in had bachelor's classes. I was getting all this shit. Bachelor's credits, you know what I'm saying? And then taking lab classes and all type of workshops and all type of shit, and left to another joint trying to get they shit. They wouldn't let me get it. And I couldn't get no good time at all. All that school I went to, I couldn't get no good time.
Right.
All the school I went to, I probably would have worked out maybe 3.5 years. I probably would have been home. You know what I'm saying? With this shit. But now, you know what I'm saying? The ability to give credit for prisoners serving various sentences. You know what I'm saying? And allow credit to be given to prisoners to demonstrate a commitment of rehabilitation. I definitely was demonstrating. Work with these guidelines, allow credit to prisoners engaged in self-improvement programs. If the first offense was committed before the age of 21, the individual could not be considered a habitual offender. This is what they getting a lot of these real street niggas with in Chicago.
Yep.
Because we start so young, and I say we because I went to the joint. I was, you know,
yep.
I'm kind of like a hybrid. We start so young, we get that first felony, and then by the time we get of age to go to the joint,
right.
they talking about habitual.
keep you honest.
Yeah, they trying to upgrade some shit.
Yep.
So they like, okay, you know what I'm saying? If you was young and dumb, that shit ain't finna count. This is what I'm saying about the motherfucking, about the gun rights shit.
Right.
Fuck is y'all talking about? Y'all is corrupting blood of people who was basically held mental slaves, and guided to this dumb shit.
Yep.
This is why this whole shit gonna get destroyed. Until all this shit is right, this shit is getting destroyed. I don't give a fuck who watch, who hear what. This shit getting destroyed until it all get right. Those convicted of intent to manufacture and deliver are no longer disqualified for participating in programs. See, and I didn't understand this while I was locked up. They wouldn't let, if you was a drug dealer, you couldn't go to school.
Right. Well, yeah.
Not just a drug dealer, intent to deliver.
Right.
See, you a businessman.
Right. That's what
We don't want to clean that shit up.
Right.
This nigga already know, he already accounting. This nigga done seen some money before.
Hell yeah.
He got a lifestyle.
Hell yeah.
If he go find out he can do the same shit there,
Yep.
not only is he gonna do it, he know other drug dealers.
Yep.
He gonna clean them up, and they still gonna be getting money.
Yep. Easy.
So they won't let them go to school. Well, they won't let them get good time for going to school, which made them not want to go to school. What the fuck I'm going for? I'm gonna sit on the deck and gamble all day.
Right.
If I'm out. Crimes made regarding which crimes are eligible and not eligible for supervised release. That's parole. So eligible and not eligible. It only was shit. What the fuck wasn't eligible? Murder? An attempt murder?
Yeah.
That's the only shit. But you know what it is? That I remember now. Bro, when I was in one of these, the same joint, you know, his life was down there.
Yeah.
It's people that been down like 40 years, well, been locked up 40, 50 years. Because they got locked up. When they got locked up, the sentencing guidelines was to where it wasn't mandatory sentencing. Excuse me. You know how people talk about the Biden crime bill?
Yeah.
The Clinton crime bill, 94?
Clinton.
And I be like, fuck them bitches. I suffer because of that mandatory sentencing.
Yep.
So now they made mandatory minimums. So now armed robbery was 6 to 30, and armed violence was 6 to 30, and 9 to 45. And this is before that, it was 6 years until 6, and it was a range. Like New York got, if you get a 6 to 30 in New York, you doing 6 to 30, and then you got to see the parole boy after 6. You can do anywhere from 6 to 30.
Right.
That's what incentivizes your ass to have good behavior.
Right. So you get out of
In Illinois, your ass getting the time. You get a number. So now you get a number from that mandatory sentencing. Before that, they was getting like New York. So the old life was in shit still going to see the parole board. 50 years, 40 years. So this is going to allow them to be able to get out, to be able to change the guidelines to their crime to where they can just parole. Fuck the parole board. Just let them out.
That's what's up.
Additional felonies requiring 85% of sentence allows in certain cases for inmates to serve in a transition center for 4 months or less. So now house arrest for violent criminal. 85% is violent crimes. Most violent crimes like great bodily harm.
Yep.
Mine was a violent crime. It wasn't great bodily harm. If you cause great bodily harm, they're gonna give you 80. You gotta serve 85% of your time. Otherwise, it's 50%. And they don't get the benefits and all that. So now they allowing them to go home supervised release. That's just all this shit is unheard of. All this is unheard of. All this is shit I was 10, 12 years ago, rumors in the joint, hoping this shit was gonna happen. Yeah, I heard this. I heard about the past this. I heard about. You know how long we heard that shit?
Right.
Bro, I heard that shit 20 years ago.
Right. Just turned into a pipe dream.
I heard that shit down there 20 years ago. I got locked up down there 20 years ago in a couple months. I was hearing the shit then. Yeah, they finna change 50% to 35%, and they gonna change the 85% to 50%, and then you gonna get the good time on top of that. And then niggas is making up shit.
Yeah.
By the time you get 6 months in, your ass hardened, and you like, man, I'll take a dub right now. What's up? That shit sound crazy, don't it? But when you seeing 40, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, when it sounded like an auction block in this motherfucker, you'll turn to Smokey real quick. 20, twin. Hell yeah. Run that. Hell yeah. Bro. That's why I'm sounding like I've really been a slave. Like really broken down into slave particles. To where you begging for an extra tray of fucking bologna, of Christmas meat bologna with a juice and some cookies in it. You know what I'm saying? That you finna go fry on your bed just to make it edible. And slap all type of mayonnaise and ketchup and all this shit. Barbecue sauce, all of it together. Mustard and chips crushed up on it.
Right, trying to make it
so I can get some crunch, so I ain't gotta, you know what I'm saying? That's why I be telling you. Like, my woman should be, what you want to eat? And I got a house full of shit. I'm like, you just don't understand. Right. All this shit gourmet to me.
Okay.
The fuck?
I don't give a damn.
Right. Yeah. I don't need all this. Like, people be seeing me with the clothes and shit.
Hell yeah.
They see me with the clothes and they think this me. No, I could give a the same thing I say about that. Like I done really been to the bottom, so now I can appreciate every level. There's still bottom levels I can appreciate because I can remember when I was below that. This is why I'm looking at these Moors. They talk about selfish this and selfish that. I'm like, these niggas ain't been through shit.
No, bro, that was just a fucked up decoy. That was just trying to let's throw whatever kind of smoke screen we can in or whatever. Hopefully we can get somebody off our ass.
These niggas ain't been through shit, bro. Right. And talk all the shit about the blacks and need them to be your army. Right. These thugs, these the ones you need to be your army. Mm-hmm. These the ones you more Bidens want. Right. This who you looking for. These niggas. Mm-hmm. Know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It ain't these, know what I'm saying? Y'all know what it is. Right. Oh, let me see. Court giving greater discretion in setting home detention parameters. So now they can give you a little leeway. You can give you a little bit more space. You all out on down the block with it. Right. Request to move home confinement should not be unreasonably denied. Because you know some of the guys paroled to the BM or to old girl who was writing you last 4 months, and she just wanted to test try you, and you wasn't up to par, so she kicked you out, or she tried to control you and shit. You was up to par, and she wanted to own you now, and you wasn't going, and she kicked your ass out. You called a PO like, yeah, I need to change my parole site, and they like, no. You gotta wait till this, and you like, well, I get kicked out. They like, well, shit, you better get your ass back in now. They ain't trying to hear shit. Yeah, should not be unreasonably denied.
Shit, or if you just want to get out here, you already was in prison. Fuck, we're getting another jail. Some bitch you can sign up with.
They expanded the definition of victim. I gotta go look that up. Increased victim compensation. I definitely gotta go look that up. You Asian, you fake Asians ain't finna be the only ones crying victim. Okay. Victims' criminal history cannot be used against them to deny compensation. Attorney General investigates claim under the Victims' Compensation Act. So that's the act. And creates timeline for doing so. Gives courts discretion in granting probation in mandatory minimum cases. Didn't I just talk about a mandatory minimum case? Yep. Bro, I could have got a boot camp and been in 6 months and been back. Right. Granted probation in mandatory minimum cases. That means you can change the fucking guidelines of the case. It's a mandatory minimum case. No, I'll give you probation. Yep. You sound like some Jesus coming back type shit. What do we do with this adulteress? The law says to stone her.
Right, right.
Oh, whichever one of y'all ain't doing it, cast first stone. Yeah. Allows public bodies to go in a closed door meeting to deliberate certification and decertification issues. Islam. Definition of employee expanded under Illinois State Employee Indemnification Act. Oh, we definitely gonna have to look at that because y'all know that means slave.
Right.
The definition of employee expanded. So is the definition of employer expanded?
Right.
Division of Internal Investigation is the investigative body of the Illinois State Police regarding compliance with the Illinois State Police Act. Badges, stars, shields cannot be used to board members or staff.
Yeah, issued to board.
Oh, issued. Oh, yeah, issued. Okay.
So that means that if your ass, you know, because basically they could be running around flashing that whatever, and everybody think all of a sudden they got this power. Let
me see. Automatic termination of Illinois State Police officer if convicted of felony and certain misdemeanors. Remember, if they lie to you, that's a class 3 felony. If they misrepresent any information. This means no more fake cases for people who enforce. Because as soon as you get to fighting back, their ass gonna be scared as fuck.
Yep.
They already know what it is. Once you get it, because they got the shit. So they expect the niggas to start coming with Article 4 on their ass. Where your warrant? Niggas are already doing it. Why you think they coming with this shit? Moore's been doing this shit already. They waiting for the rest of y'all ass to start doing it. This shit is already in the core of what we already do. Termination of Illinois State Police officer for breach of duty to intervene or making false statements. Termination.
Ain't no more suspension. Ain't no more little slap on the
And like I said, man, they finna be getting out. Some of our people need to be getting in. I don't care where you from. I don't care if you from the hood. I don't care if you some nerd. We need some of our people in these positions that know what it is.
Right.
The same time you like how you get pulled over by a police and he black and you want him to give you a break. And when he don't, you talk shit about him.
Right.
So we need some in that's gonna give us a break.
Right.
But some of you niggas too much. I already know what's in some of these niggas' head. Some of these niggas too motherfucking gangster for TV, bro.
Right.
Some of these niggas too motherfucking thuggish for their own good. This is why I be wondering what niggas talk business. Business got to do with court. Shit happen, you might have to go to court. Court got to do with collecting statements and shit and cross-examining people. You know, statements, affidavits and shit. So what business, like what type of business is niggas doing? Is y'all doing is niggas gonna bust a cap in motherfuckers when they got a dispute at the job?
Right.
That's what I'm saying. You can't be both sides. That's why I say we not the house nigga. We not the field nigga neither though.
Right. We
Django. It's the reason they showed you in the movie.
Right.
The house nigga didn't understand Django neither to the end of the movie.
Right.
Why is he working with this Caucasian? When this motherfucker is one of them. Because you ain't seen the whole movie. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. You
ain't seen the whole damn movie. And you always ain't read your literature because Noble Drew Lee said if the European helping us with the Negro problem, why not you? So, if anybody didn't know, Moors ain't racist. We don't even believe in race.
Right.
Training Act amended to define full-time law enforcement officer as one who was full-time and off probation.
Yeah.
Automatic decertification for officers found guilty or not contesting certain offenses. Not contesting. Found guilty or no contest because you just got the proof. So they're not going to plead guilty. They're going to plead no contest, so they ain't got to plead guilty. Board of Investigators shall be law enforcement officers. And they using that term so much, I'm finna have to go in the Black's Law Dictionary and look at it and, you know what I'm saying, hold them to that shit detail for detail. Mm-hmm. Y'all using it too much.
Yep.
Law. Y'all not policy enforcers no more? Because there's still policies around.
Yeah. All right. That gotta be addressed.
Yeah, y'all ain't fooling nobody. Discretionary decertification of officers for failing to intervene in excessive force or for making a false statement. POTS. Notice to board required for these violations. Officers not certified cannot serve as a law enforcement officer in any capacity. Officers required to report changes of name and criminal histories to board. Part-time officers not certified cannot function in law enforcement officers and cannot carry firearms under employees' authority. Certification suspended when arrested or indicted on felony charge pending hearing. So if you foul on their ass, they just pops until all the shit over with.
Right. Dang.
On the real. Pending the hearing. Yeah. And you can foul anonymously.
Yeah. So
I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's gonna really tighten
right.
Right.
I would hate for somebody to just anonymously do some shit.
No, this is like that secret shopping. Remember that mystery shopping where they want to come in and test your stuff.
Because now they finna be complaining. Because it's anonymous, anybody can make up some shit and do it to you.
Yep.
Same way y'all was making up shit, yeah, we can fuck with your job now. Make up shit. How you get chewed out? Board to create process of waiver application for local government. Grants revocation denial certification is admissible in judicial administration proceeding as per first evidence of facts stated. Requires future sheriffs to certify the completion of law enforcement training.
Yeah, that's it.
Future sheriffs?
Yep.
Bro, that's Karam Nobis. How many of y'all know about Karam Nobis?
It sure is.
When they say that only the people can save America. Because the sheriffs was the last line of defense and they ass corrupt.
Right.
Now y'all ain't got an excuse. All this constitutional shit we talking?
Yep.
Why you think it said the sheriff or the governor
Yep.
can change shit? They ass back up.
Yep.
They back up, y'all. And that's the end. And they ended on that.
Right. It's just done with.
They ended on that. Requires future sheriff to certify their completion of law enforcement, not policy enforcement,
Yep.
law enforcement. Any questions?
Yeah. Yeah, but if y'all got questions, feel free to put them. You're on Facebook or YouTube, feel free to put them in the chat and we got you.
Feel free. This is Chicago. If I was y'all, I would be looking for the version of that bill. Where you at? You froze?
Still going.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'll be looking for the version of whatever the Black Caucus is doing around you if they doing some shit. Because they want to clap their hands like they did tonight. It's some shit. But wait till these Moors get their shit together in Chicago. Because we're going to have to spin on old Kwame Raoul, whatever, Attorney General. Right. We're going to have to spin on him. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't see nothing public for the Moors. So basically what? You calling us black because there ain't no Moorish caucus in the city council?
Right.
You claiming us black? Or you claiming us with the Muslim caucus? Which one?
Which one?
Because it's a Muslim caucus. So either you claiming us black or you claiming us with the Muslim. Which one we is it? So we can get on y'all ass. Right. Because you acting like we all black.
Yep. I told you we not.
Yeah, we told your ass.
Mm-hmm.
So this was finna happen. The Moors, you know, we on our shit, and as we grow, we gonna get on that, like I said. But we not composing no blacks. We gonna tell y'all what it is. If y'all with it, cool. If you not, cool. Maybe we can do business. But when them police get on your ass, it ain't no remedy but what we talking about. This is what people don't like. Our way of life is the remedy. Our religion is the remedy.
Yep.
This is what they don't like.
Yep. That's what everybody running.
Yeah. Each one of them prophets came with the whole shebang. Nothing was left out. They came with religion and law.
Yep.
All of them came with religion and law. A whole way of life. Everything they needed was given to them.
Yep.
Now, everybody's saying the priesthood dead. Which means what? We don't need a prophet because ain't no more prophets.
Exactly.
So we don't need a prophet to come to us with religion and law because we got the religion and law.
And we're back.
Yeah, we back, y'all. We got a little phone call.
Yep. Yep.
It's all good.
Yep. Waste of time.
So yeah, that's basically Islam. I see you, Kiki, Marvin, Lumumba, Josh, Tariq, Islam.
Islam tribe.
As y'all can see, we've been pushing contract. All this shit is contract. This is how we just wake up, look this up in the morning, skim through it. Yeah, we're going live on this later.
Right.
We don't got to look through the whole document. It's contract. And certain words mean shit.
Right.
So once you see certain words, it's down there like reading Spanish.
Right.
Like you only know a few words, but you can tell the whole sentence.
Yep, because you got the terms,
Yeah.
you understand the context.
Yeah.
Right.
Once you know the principle of certain words, you know what they talking about. See how we can read the sentence and explain other shit and how it's connected this and that and the pre-trial release and all that's why this and that's why this and that.
Right.
You see how many times I go back on my own memory and explain the shit?
Because it makes sense. Right.
So how do people understand if they can't see it in their mind and go off their memory and explain the shit? That's why people ain't explaining.
Right.
Because they ain't never did nothing.
Right.
They don't see it. Because this shit hidden, abstract. It's hidden. You know what I'm saying? It's hidden. It's hidden in a bunch of what they say. Jesus spoke in what? Parables, right?
Yep.
In metaphors.
Yep.
Meaning you the one got to make the connection.
Right. Right.
The whole courtroom is a fucking parable. How ain't no separation between church and state? I mean, how is separation between church and state? We go in the courtroom and in God we trust on the wall.
Right. And they put out a Bible.
And you put out a Bible. The whole court is fucking metaphor. The whole court is a higher law. This whole earth is a higher law. This is what I'm trying to tell people now.
Right.
And they try to tell me the same, change my energy.
Yep.
I'm changing my energy. I'm getting it. I'm getting it. But it's easy for people to say when I was in a furnace for 15 years.
Right. Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they was out here eating shrimp and lobster.
Right.
And when people finally do go to jail for 2 years, now they the expert.
If that.
Y'all done let Light go to jail for 2 years. Now she's sending all y'all off. Talking about she done took some motherfucking house for $2 million. Done repoed the house for $2 million. Yeah, I had to mention it. You done repoed the house for $2 million. Got all y'all finna go to jail for this shit.
Hold up. This one getting confused. So she said she repoed the house.
Bro, she said she got the house.
It
ain't even a fucking house. It's some big ass green building or some shit. She said they're working with us. The de facto was working with us and doing what they supposed to do and everything on the land. And bro, Don't worry, like I ain't finna go in on you because they want to follow that shit. I'm gonna let them do it.
So she's gonna invite Biden over to the housewarming or whatever. It's gonna be,
bro.
I mean,
Like,
it's supposed to be some party that she's supposed to have at the Bill Gates mansion this year.
Yeah, that was over 2 years ago.
Yeah, I know.
The house party.
But,
yeah, I'm
so I don't know what make her think that, like, fuck that crib. Why you ain't that Bill Gates crib?
Bro,
So
this stuff laughable, bro. It ain't just like that's like it's just too much.
Yeah.
It's too much. It's too much. It's too much, man. This shit is too much. I gotta laugh at it. Like, it's only so angry you can get to where the shit just turn into jokes now.
Yeah, because you ain't got to yell.
Yeah, I ain't finna. No. I'm just, it's jokes now. Fuck this. This can't be real. This gotta be jokes.
Yeah, y'all gotta be playing.
Yeah.
Right, so let's play back.
Yes, let's play now.
This can't be
Yeah,
real.
let's play now.
Y'all
Everybody in the shit.
Y'all got the toys.
Hell yeah.
Y'all got all the toys out.
These niggas get all type of shit. So now that we got 4 different colors of Noble Drew Ali paper with Noble Drew Ali face on it, thanks to her. And y'all finna do whatever to get this stuff and try and spend it and be going to jail after we showed y'all these violations in the U.S. codes. I'm fuck around just bust out laughing. Really though. I'm just gonna bust out laughing when the shit happens. Whenever they come and get all the agents, I'm just gonna be laughing.
Yeah, bro. I'm gonna get my popcorn.
I'm gonna be laughing. Yeah. We're gonna be on to some other stuff.
Like that. Ain't this crazy?
I'm trying to see, was there something else I wanted to show besides that? I don't think so. I think we showed everything. And my basic point was the shit is changing, y'all. World is changing. You got more talking about Islam, because I see you got more talking this and that with no proof. And they ass is on borrowed time. And our people is on borrowed time. Our people should be learning all type of skills and trades. All type of shit that's gonna be here that people need, like barber type stuff, cleaning, companies, you know what I'm saying, how to cook, shit like that. Construction, building,
all that. Mechanic, all that.
Plumbing, painting, all the trades. That's what we should be doing. All the building stuff.
Fencing.
Anything that's needed for a community. That's what we supposed to be doing. As well as getting into technological trades. Coding, you know what I'm saying? Computer gaming. All type of shit, bro.
3D. All type of shit. Augmented reality. All type of shit.
Solar panel installation.
Teach your children, right.
All that type of shit. Because this world is changing. And I know it ain't just me. These days going by quick as hell, bro.
Yeah, bro.
These days is flying by. Time is fucking flying, bro. Time is flying. And it's like, you know how I know time flying? They speed up their cycle. With the rappers, y'all who watch rap, pay attention the last 2-3 years. These motherfuckers getting a 1-year run and they killing their ass or send them to jail. They either getting killed, they going to jail, or they falling off. They ass getting a 1-year run. Look at let me just name off some. Polo G just got locked up. I just said that. King Von, he just got hot and got killed. FBG had a run. What's the other one? Just like it's so many of them just getting murdered. It's like 15 of them got murdered in the last couple months.
That's crazy.
And a lot of these rappers just not coming up. And they got another to replace them. And you gotta know it's insurance, all these people. This is what I'm saying. It don't even pay to be famous right now. People talking about they want fame, Who want fame? I don't want that shit.
No.
I want to be able to motherfucking close the blinds on your ass. Mind your business. Yeah. I don't want the fame. The only reason why we even out here is because we were forced to. Because people weren't doing a damn job. Still ain't gonna do the job. So anybody want to contact us, like I say, I'm gonna keep saying it. If you with somebody politic, send the sheik. Don't send the runner.
Right.
Not send your henchman. Send the top.
Right. And don't send no authorized representative.
Don't send none of that, cause you're gonna be held accountable for them. You sent them. You sent them. I don't want to hear that shit. I didn't know, and this is that and the other. And I really ain't this and that. No, well, you got sent.
Yeah. No, right. I don't give a damn.
Yeah.
Because you be a consultant and coming up with all these other little fancy business terms and trying to make it so sound like you're.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't care. You with them. You the one they sent.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
This is how we keep our shit clean. We not, you know what I'm saying? And we know why certain like people want to send people, cause they don't want it. Bro.
Right. No, they just want anything to diffuse.
Yeah.
Please help. We need something.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Yeah, the white tie.
Yeah, you know what they say. It's
Islam cuts. Any more questions before we get up out of Islam, Jalil? Any more questions? This is what's going down in the Shah. It's June. It's gonna be Juneteenth within a couple weeks. All this shit gonna be July 1st. Gonna be getting enacted.
Yep.
Starting off, and everybody need to be. See, now is the time everybody need to be Muslim, because everybody need to Iqra, recite in the name of your Lord. You need to be telling everybody this shit. That's what you need to be doing. Oh, you got a case? Did they have an injured party? Oh, you getting that shit throughout. Somebody need to go in Cook County with this. Somebody gonna get locked up eventually.
Yep.
Somebody need to go in there with it. It's too many of us, and I know more feel like we ain't unified, but we all doing the same shit. We not doing it the same way, but we all motherfucking chanting at the same damn time right now.
Right.
With our different shit.
Right.
And our different processes. Everybody fighting in their own fucking way.
In their own way. The best way they know how.
Yeah. Even if while we fighting, I got a motherfucking kick your ass for running your damn mouth while I'm fighting.
Right.
Yeah. Don't hit me,
Yeah.
motherfucker. Stay over there.
Exactly.
Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm good with that.
All right. I think that's good. We all good. We don't have no other questions. I'm just gonna close out with that. You can text alerts to 773-496-4729. Just the word alerts or whatever to know when we go live next via text. Other than that, peace.
Islam.
Islam.